I've noticed that in my previous classes, my test grades are a little low, and I'm having trouble studying.
Okay. Now, which classes are these?
Psychology classes.
Psychology classes. How many, like, what's your schedule for the day? Do you have time to study during the week?
Maybe like on the weekend.
Okay. Now, do you have any breaks between your classes?
No.
None at all.
So they're like back to back.
Okay. What do you do during community hour?
Usually eat.
Okay. Do you have a class after community hour?
Yeah.
Okay. What about after that class? Like, what's your schedule looking like for the day? Like, what time do you come in? What time do you get out?
Come in about like 10:50. Have like 3 psych classes back to back.
Like all after
Yeah.
10:50. Okay. What's your class after community hour?
That's another psych class.
Another
so
psych.
it's like psych break psych.
Okay, so you have a break, which would be just community hour.
Yeah.
So no, like, hour between actual class. Okay. Now, what time do you get home?
Around like 5-ish.
Around 5. Do you work after school? No? No work at all? Okay. Now, so if you get home at 5, did you ever think about maybe studying a little bit then, not leaving it all for the
Yeah.
weekend? Okay, have you tried that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, when you get home at 5 o'clock, how long do you usually study for?
About an hour and a half.
Okay, now what kind of environment do you study in? Is there like a lot of loudness going on? Is there like a lot of
Not really.
distractions?
I try to put all of that stuff aside.
Okay. So you try to isolate yourself
Yeah,
during studying?
as much as possible.
Okay, now, is it the material that's confusing you, or is
Yeah.
it just, so the material is just confusing you? So it's not the fact that you don't have time for it, it's the material. Now, what, have you tried talking to your professor about it?
So I think that would be good.
Yeah, maybe you should talk to the professor, see if they have office hours.
Yeah.
And if they do, maybe you can try to go to them during those office hours, talk to them about any problems that you're having with the material. But do you know exactly what in the material you're having trouble with, or is it just like general, I don't know what's going on?
Yeah, like general, kind of like, I don't understand.
Okay, now, what is your attention like in class? Like, what class structure is it? Is it a big lecture hall?
Yeah.
It's a big lecture hall, okay. Where do you sit in the lecture hall?
Maybe like the second row.
Okay.
I'm not like too far behind.
Okay, now what's your attention like in the class? Do you find you're easily distracted, or do you really try to pay attention?
Yeah, I really try to pay attention as much as I can.
Okay, so when you're in class, does the teacher ask if anybody has questions? Do you ask your questions? No. Well, you might want to maybe try to start asking questions, because I found that, in big lecture halls like that, you easily can be in the crowd. It's like at a concert when, the band is on stage, they're performing whether they know you're listening or not. After the lights, you're kind of gone. In the lecture hall, I noticed that, it's harder for the professor to know your name, for them to know if you're having a problem, because it's not a small class where you can easily like, hey, I'm not getting this.
Yeah.
So maybe next time, try to raise your hand, ask a question, let the professor know, hey, I'm not getting this, just so that when you go to office hours, your professor's not like, hey, I've never seen your face in my life, why didn't you ask these questions during class? So, the stuff that you learned before that you're not getting at this point, you're going to have to talk to him in office hours, but I think that it would be a good idea for this point on to kind of practice asking him questions in class. Now, are you not asking questions because you're shy, or because you don't want to bother, or why is it that you're not asking questions?
Yeah, I think it's like more of a shy quality than anything else.
Are you nervous to ask a question? Why?
sure.
Okay, is it like stage fright almost? Like
Yeah.
feeling like all eyes on you?
Yeah.
Okay, do you feel like, because I know when I was younger, I had a lot of trouble raising my hand because I felt like my question was going to be stupid, or is that kind of the same reason why you don't want to raise your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't think, everybody's there to learn. I don't think you should be shy of raising your hand. Not because, you're going to have those feelings. Everybody has those feelings, but everybody's here to learn. I feel like, somebody else may have that same question that's also shy, doesn't want to raise their hand, so you'd be helping yourself, helping somebody else. And it's good to start, hey, I don't get this, I need to ask this question, I don't care what anybody else thinks, I'm going to ask this question and benefit myself. So I think it would be a good idea to maybe put yourself out there more, especially in a big lecture hall like that, and definitely go to office hours. I've been to office hours before. Definitely helps to sit one-on-one with the professor. It lets them know your name, so whenever there's a problem, again, they're not like, oh, who are you again? Let them know, hey, I'm in your class, I want to be here, I want to learn, because that's another thing. The professor, he wants to know, or he or she wants to know that you're there to actually learn. It's showing an effort that you're willing to do what needs to be done to get the best grade possible, but it's also you helping yourself, because you don't want to be stuck at the end of the semester like, oh, well, I didn't go to office hours, now I really don't get any of this, and I'm struggling last minute for that test or that paper or anything like that. So when do you have this class next?
I believe tomorrow.
Tomorrow? So I would